The reason why Mundo's quite strong at the moment is because they buffed his healing, and even with Hujim and whatnot, Executioners, it still is quite a lot of healing. Like, obviously it does hurt Mundo Executioners, but before it kind of like ended Mundo. That's why Mundo was never picked. But now it basically it's still good. Do I drive manual or auto? I drive an automatic, but I have a full manual license. Again, it really shocked me when I kind of knew about it, but basically I watch a YouTuber called Captain Sparkles. His name is a bit odd, I know. But I've watched him for, God, a really long time. But recently he's made a vlogging channel, but he very rarely does it. But he did a video about a month ago where it was learning to drive manual. And I was like, huh? And apparently the way that it works in America is you can just pass your driving test with an automatic, and then the next day go out and buy a manual and legally drive a manual. That never can happen in the UK. Like, to me, that's ridiculous. Like, it's completely two different driving experiences. The way that it works in the UK is that if you want to drive a manual and an automatic, you've got to pass what's called the full driving license, where you learn to drive in a manual, you do your test in a manual, and then you're allowed to drive a manual and an automatic, because obviously an automatic's a lot easier to drive. If you're in the UK and you only want to drive an automatic and, like, you know, that's it, you do what's called an automatic license. Then you are legally only allowed to drive an automatic. You're not allowed to drive a manual because you did your test and everything in an automatic, which I 100% agree with. In America, it seems it's completely different. That, you know, one driving license can do both. To me, that's crazy. That's ridiculous to me, but yeah, apparently. Because, you know, what was really getting to me in that video, and, like, he did fine, because he's a good driver, you know, he owns, like, a Ford GT and a Ferrari, so you'd expect him to be a good driver. But he was on public roads in, like, half an hour with a 400 horsepower Ford Mustang that he was learning to drive in. I was like, oh, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Hey, nice. Don't know how that happens. Pop it. Thank you. Pop it. Like it. Yeah, like, the thing what people, again, a lot of Americans don't understand, like, why is it a big deal, manual? I think in America, it's something like 95% of cars in America are automatic. It's the opposite in the UK. It's something like 80% of cars in the UK are manual. I went automatic because I'm lazy, but I 100% wanted to pass my test knowing to drive manual, and legally I'm allowed. So if ever I have to, like, rent a car or get a courtesy car if my car's in for work, it's fine. Like, I know how to drive manual, so... Wow, that guy got right. Don't think he needed to ignite because Gangplank, like, I don't know. It's fine. I wish I actually gave him the kill because he blew the ignite, but it was too quick for me to kind of stop. Oh, wait, Soraka just timed... Wait, Shaco just timed... Wait, they have a Soraka. Wait, why does Soraka have ignite? What the hell? Every Soraka you see at the moment is running barrier, because all Soraka needs to do is survive and press... What's a heal? Nice. Wait, wrong one. Ooh. What's my opinion on Brexit? Obviously, that's a bit of a controversial line to tread upon. Overall, I'm not a massive fan. But I do think that's just the... I think the way of society at the moment, generally younger people didn't really want it. Because, I don't know, personally, there's so much that I can't get into, and there's obviously going to be counterpoints, so there's no point really having a debate about it. But I just like the idea of, like, more security, that you're in, like, a union, European Union, and you're just kind of bonded together, and if something were to happen, you know, because, you know, the world's crazy right now, it's nice to be part of something bigger than just yourself. But obviously, the Britain is now just going to be Britain. We're alone. To be part of a union of that magnitude, I think, is comforting. So... yeah, to me, that is an underestimated thing that people didn't really think about. I don't really know why I just stayed in lane, by the way. There was just no point. I wasn't gaining anything. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Everybody say it at the same time. Huzzy's an idiot. I shouldn't have taken the booties. I shouldn't have taken inspiration boots because I actually would want to rush Ninja Tabby in this matchup. Because movement speed is very important versus Gangplank. And, you know, it counters both these champs. So, yeah. Do I speak any Germany? Well, I think you're looking for German. Nein. Ich bin... I've forgotten all my German. The Queen has a lot of power in the UK. The Queen has no power. Literally. In the 60-odd years the Queen's been monarch, she actually hasn't really done anything. Not to say that's a bad thing, but yeah, it's more of a... a pleasantry, like, you know, our history, rather than it actually meaning anything. Which is a bit interesting. Okay, so we're even on farm. He's died once. I've got 1 kill, so we're ahead on gold. Well, actually, we might not be ahead on gold because it's a Gangplank. See, Gangplank gains quite a lot of gold randomly. Hell yeah. I don't know why. Does anybody else get a satisfaction when a Soraka dies? I know, like, people will kind of go, oh, how's you hating people again? I don't know. Like, I just don't deem Soraka players, like, good. But whenever they die, I'm like, hell yeah, you died. Play a proper champion. I know that's not a nice thing to say, but, like, I can't help it. I just literally can't help it. This guy's pretty easy to bait. He's pretty easy to bait to what I want him to do. Oh god. At least Gangplank didn't get it. Is he gonna go for that? He's got 1 more Q left in him. I'm gonna try and stay in lane. Would you ever do a settings and hotkey video? Nah. Hotkeys and that are really personal. Thank you. Thank you very much. They're very personal. If you try to like mimic someone else's hotkeys, it probably isn't going to go very well. Because think about it, I've played this game for a long time. It took me probably... I've had the same hotkeys now for about... I'd probably say about 3 years. So it took me roughly 4 or 5 years to get the hotkeys that I use now. It's a very personal thing, so no. Just experiment and find where you get, like, where your comfort is. Ow. Some people max W with Swain instead of E. I've actually been thinking about swapping over myself. I've done it in a couple games. Basically, the benefit of maxing W over E second on Swain is the W actually does more damage than E. And the reason why you didn't max W when he first got reworked is because it was very hard to hit. Like, nearly impossible to land. Well, now, because they buffed it, they made it bigger, it's a lot easier to land, basically. So, yeah. It does more damage than E. Your E is a utility spell. So, it's not surprising. How many champs are in League right now? Oh god, like 140 something? 142? 100, I don't know. Would I say that Jin's name is reportable? Yeah. I don't, like, again, sometimes, like, in videos people go, Huzz, you didn't mention that guy's name. Yeah, I don't really look at names. So I've said it for ages. The only reason that I have summoner nameplates on is because of videos that people know what account I'm playing on, and if people wanted to search other people and get like their runes and stuff. That's why I have nameplates on. If I wasn't a YouTuber and I was just playing myself, I'd never have nameplates on. It's actually kind of pointless. E? Oh, I got him! Oh, he didn't die. Okay. Wrong one. Is it becoming too many? I've said for ages, like, yes, there's a lot of champions in League. What they, in my opinion, what they should be doing is let's say next year, I think they should say, hey, oh, we're not making any new champions for this whole year and just do reworks. Like, if I'm not mistaken, roughly there's about, like, 6 or something champions that get released a year-ish. If they just go, right, on top of the, and then on top of that, let's just say there's 10 new champions or updates a year. If they just go, okay, all of them this year are just reworks. I think that would be a lot better for 1 year, personally. But they are doing really well in bot lane. Oh, wow, well played. When am I going to drop the knowledge about how you make money outside of YouTube and Twitch? Again, I never really want to get into like a lot of that stuff because I'm never going to be a financial advisor or yours. You shouldn't trust or listen to random people on the internet. Like my saying is, you know, don't trust a random person about League of Legends stuff in the comment section or Twitch chat. So definitely don't do it about money. But all I'll say about it is it requires money. If you have no money, then what I do doesn't help you. Because it's about making some money bigger. So if you have no money to start with, then yeah, you can't do it. This game is a stomp. It's like a good stomp though, right? I think it's a pretty like good video to upload because it shows strength of different champs. Like apparently people told me in Twitch chat this Gangplank may be a smurf. If I had to guess, I wouldn't guess he is. There's been nothing of his playstyle that screams smurf to me. But I've actually been thinking about for a while, at least on my main account, I may stop looking up the load screen myself. When I'm on my main account. I'll still do it in Unranked to Diamond for the YouTube series, but I may stop looking up like, you know, how many games people are playing and stuff on their champs, because I definitely alter my playstyle instead of just playing the way that I can kind of feel out, which I don't think is a very good idea. I think I should always try and play like, you know, adjust my play to the game I'm in rather than going, oh, this guy's experienced, I should play safe. So yeah, I might just not do that anymore. If I miss like every cannon or something, I literally can't find a cannon minion. Or I don't know. What did I do before YouTube? Just a student. I was a university student. YouTube is, well, actually, it's technically my second job. I did another job that I lasted 2 days in. It was one of those, like, you know, you're 16, get a part-time job type things. It just wasn't for me. Screw that. If you're not happy, what's the point? And, you know, I didn't need that job to survive because I was 16. I was living at home, so it was just something to do, just have a bit of money. And I was like, I'd rather not have money. There we go. I probably missed like 1 or 2 cannon minions by not paying attention this game already, but we did it now. Whoa! Wow, that Vlad is correct. Why doesn't this Rise have a Tear of the Goddess on Rise? That is bizarre. Has anybody ever seen a Rise that doesn't go Tear of the Goddess? Because I don't think I ever have. What the? I'm so confused. Well, so I've got 3,000 gold. I'm going to go spend that because I'll, like, double in tankiness. Is it possible to banner the Herald? No. God, imagine that. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? He's so big and mighty. Oh, I thought he'd go back for... Ah, balls! I mucked up. I misjudged. I thought the Kazakhs would turn and go for the Jin, who was, like, by himself, so I stopped. He just kept going top. Damn it! That was a bad call. Again, it was a 50-50 what he was going to do, right? It was just, you know, pure, like, kind of trying to guess and predict. And I guessed wrong. It would have been really good if I guessed correct. It would have looked really cool. Any executioners? Nope. Again, like I said earlier at the beginning of the match, is that the reason why Mundo is making a comeback is because his healing got buffed. So the executioners, although yes, it does affect Mundo, it doesn't kill Mundo like it used to. It doesn't like go, oh, this champion's trash. An 800 gold item, whatever, ruins a champ. Yeah, his healing's too much now for executioners to really be that good. And you can see my damage isn't even that bad. Wow. I get assists for some of them. Wow. What a stomp. Again, I've asked the audience before, and it's always been watching getting stomped is really boring, but watching stomps is fun. So I'll upload it, because it also does show, like, we did well versus Gangplank. Obviously, Shaco did obviously make an impact in that. But I'd also say this match also highlights what's wrong with jungle at the moment. Every single game right now of League of Legends, one jungler is winning the game and one jungler is losing the game. Literally every single game. It's why jungle sucks right now. It's just so polarizing. Which I just don't think is very healthy. Again, Riot, they've made some comments on the boards, and I do think, like, they're being a bit defensive about it. I just think it's a terrible change that they try to implement. And I think it's healthy if they actually accepted it and was like, yeah, that was bad. And in my opinion, they should have reverted it already. You still had to flash? It's one of the big things that I kind of dislike about Riot. Obviously, I love the company in general. Without them, we don't have League of Legends. They're sometimes quite bad at admitting that they did something wrong. Like Season 6 Dynamic Q is the biggest example of that. You know, they gave us a system and kept it a whole season, even though people were quitting left and right because they thought they were right. Alright, so we'll say, because some people will be curious because I don't see this game lasting too much longer, what's the Mundo build? How does it finish? So Spirit Visage now into a Warmog. The build that I've got right now, I will say, is a bit of a relaxed build. You know, Banner of Command, you can do it, but like sometimes a armor rush item is probably healthier. But just think of every big tank item under the sun and you're probably building that on Mundo. And he nearly becomes unstoppable. You know, with his ultimate, with the healing, you're then stupidly tanky. Well, do a team fight, survive because of how tanky you are. There we go. Survive because of how tanky you are, and then because of Warmog, in 10 seconds, you're back to full health as a full tank. It's very obnoxious if you manage to get to the state that is very strong. But honestly, that's a pretty good game. I'll take it. I played solo queue last night. I was on 85 LP at the beginning of the night. I finished 15 LP. I lost game after game after game. And all the current games. One jungler gets fed, one feeds, one person in, an AD carry rage quits. It's very reminiscent of what's kind of going on at the moment. So, yeah, it's not great quality. I just got level 5 with Mundo. Hey! Alright, went 301, 162 farm, got an A+, gained 19, which is actually pretty nice. I've been gaining less than that recently. Damage-wise, do a tiny bit more than Shaco. Hey, we did it. Gangplank doing the most, and all that Gangplank damage would have been shooting me. I'm Mundo, he can shoot me over and over and over again, so that's that. Someone asked in chat, why don't I jungle then? I hate the current jungle. Like, to me, it's the worst thing that they've ever done. Today's Unranked to Diamond episode is me playing jungle, and I'm literally saying, God, this is awful. Like, I just won't jungle on current patch. I just think it's terrible. I have no fun doing that. But yeah, Kha'Zix definitely had a rough game. And that again, that's jungler at the moment. One jungler does good, one does bad, and whoopee. But that's it. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more Mundo, let me know. If you want to see anything else, let me know. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. See ya.